So, the Apostle Paul has started off talking to us about temptation coming into our lives. When that happens, don't worry, count it all joy. Because when your faith is tested, it's going to produce endurance or consistency. And when consistency, that's being steady, when that is fully operating in your life, then you're going to be perfect, complete, lacking nothing. That's a good outcome. So, he started off talking about temptation, test, and trials. Is that correct? That's what we've been talking about in the first 8 verses. Temptations, tests, and trials. Now, in verse 12, James says, now let's get some things straight about this. I want to tell you what I'm not talking about. Don't misunderstand what I'm talking about. Blessed is the man. Remember, the word blessed means empowered to prosper. That's what literally the word blessed means. Blessed is the man who endures temptation. Same word. This word can be translated temptation. It can be translated test or trial or persecution. Okay, it's the same word translated in our Bible. So, blessed is the man who endures temptation. For when he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to those who love him. So the ultimate to this is the crown of life, salvation. Now then, verse 13. If you do not have verse 13 underlined in your Bible, please underline it. And then after you underline it, highlight it. And then after you highlight it, put stars by it. And then after you put stars by it, put curly cues with sparklers and all kinds of stuff. Can you tell this is really important? Now, verse 13 starts off with, let no one say. Now that is very mild, because the Greek actually is a lot stronger than this. It says, let this never come out of your mouth. Don't ever say this. Never let this come out of your mouth. That's really important. What is it, James, that you want us to never say? When we are going through tests and trials, what is it that it is so important for us not to say? He says, when you're tempted, now that word tempt means to tempt, test, try, persecute, or afflict. Okay? Let no one say when he is tempted, tested, tried, persecuted, or afflicted, that I am being tempted by God. Never let that come out of your mouth. When something is going on, don't ever let it come out of your mouth. I guess God's tempting me. Now, some of you right now are thinking, I've said that. Okay, don't say it anymore. Don't ever let that come out of your mouth. Why? Because God cannot be tempted by evil. Now think about this with me, this particular passage here. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempts he, King James Bible says, neither tempts he any man. Okay, so God cannot be tempted with evil, neither does he tempt anyone with evil. God does test, but God's tests are always good. They are never with evil. God never uses cancer to test you. God never uses poverty to test you. God never uses sickness, disease, oppression, depression, suppressions, all the pressions. He never uses any of those to test you. If God is going to test you, it is always going to be with something good. Let no man say when he's tempted that he's tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither does he tempt you or test you with evil.